Welcome back to another Ab Daily News. Today I did an exercise to show to you what it looked like the Montreal Canadiens draft in the last 25 years from 2000 to 2024. Usually I do a lot of videos, graphic inside of each Ab Daily News because I use a lot of number. I want to be sure you're going to see all the different number about my exercise so you can have a better view and understanding what I'm trying to show to you about the last 25 years of the Montreal Canadiens draft in NHL. So let's dive in and talking about my subject of the day. Montreal Canadiens draft from 2000 to 2024. During that time, we have only 3 directors scouting for the Montreal Canadiens. First, in 2000, we have André Savard, draft 1 year for Montreal in 2000. Then we have Trevor Timmins, draft 20 different NHL draft. And finally, we have the duo of Pobrave and Lapointe under the general manager Ken Hughes. Both of them draft the last 3 NHL draft for the Montreal Canadiens. First of all, the Montreal Canadiens draft 199 different players during the last 25 years. 49 of them drafted in the last 4 years. 37 players play in NHL of the 199 players drafted by the Montreal Canadiens. 40 players play over 200 games in the NHL draft by the Montreal Canadiens. 18 of them play 200 games with the Montreal Canadiens. Let's move on for my next graphic. The first round pick by the Montreal Canadiens. 29 different players in the last 25 years. 4 of them are drafted in the last 4 years. 17 of the 29 players play over 200 games in NHL. 4 more should play 200 games in NHL. I'm talking about Dimitrov, Michael Edge, David Rebacker, and Juraj Sikorsky. 7 of them play 200 games with the Montreal Canadiens, only of the 29 players drafted by the Habs. 2 of them never reached 100 games drafted by the Montreal Canadiens in NHL. They are Leblanc, draft 18 overall pick, play only 50 games. And then Sherbak, 26 overall pick, play only 37 games. And then we have one player, never played 1 game in NHL. I'm talking about Fisher, draft 20 overall pick by the Montreal Canadiens. Next, player draft by the Montreal Canadiens and the QM. We have 33 players was selected by the Montreal Canadiens in the last 25 years. 4 of them play over 200 games in NHL. 12 of them play a minimum of 1 game in NHL. 1 player draft first round, only Nathan Beaulieu, 17 overall pick. 4 player draft second round. Foucault, 36 overall pick. Latendresse, 45. We have Carl, 53, and Lapierre at 61. Next graphic, draft by round. The first round, Montreal Canadiens select 29 players. Second round, they draft 24. Third round, 4 round. Fifth round, each one of them draft 29 players. Sixth round, 24. Seventh round, 26. Remember, until 2005, we have round number 8 and round number 9, and they select 3 times in the round number 8 and 6 times and the round number 9. Next graphic. Let's review the first round by the Montreal Canadiens. Draft from first overall pick to 5th overall pick. Montreal Canadiens select Sikorsky first overall pick only. At the 3rd overall pick, Kotkaniemi and Galchenyuk. 5th overall pick, they got Price, Rebacker, and Dimitrov. Draft 6 to 10 overall pick. They got Komisarek, 7 overall pick, 9 Sergachev, and 10 they have Andrei Kostichin. Let's move on now for the 11 overall pick to 15 overall pick. Montreal select 12 Rand McDonald. We have number 13 Ron Enzi, following by Chris Higgins, number 14, and finally Cole Caulfield was selected number 15. Then we have draft 16 to 20 overall pick. Montreal Canadiens select at 16 Cooley and USA, 17 Beaulieu, Leblanc at 18, following by Chip Chura, And then at 20, we have Fisher. Now, let's move on for the selection between 21st to 25th overall pick. The Montreal Canadiens select Michael Edge at 21st. 22nd, they have Desnordi et Pacioretty, following by at 25, Pauline McCarron, and we have Perenzokin. Finally, from the selection 26 to 32 overall pick, Montreal Canadiens select at 26, Mézard, Sherbak, Wilson, and then at 31, they have Logan Mailloux. Let's move on for my next graphic. And I'm talking about the second round pick for the Montreal Canadiens. Let's review what happening. Montreal Canadiens select 24 different players. 20 of them are selected between 2000 to 2020. Then they have the best pick at the second round are Piquet Subban, Max Lapierre, Romanov, and then Guillaume Latendresse. And my next graphic is about my third round pick by the Montreal Canadiens. And they draft 29 different players. Their best pick are Thomas Plekanec and Eminem, following by Jan Weber and Auburn. Fourth round pick, they are 29 players selected by the Montreal Canadiens, and only Victor Mete is the only one play good number of the game in NHL. Round number 5 by the Montreal Canadiens, 29 different players also. The best pick are, of course, Brendan Gallagher. Michael Kravtsky play over 500 games in NHL. At the 6th round by the Montreal Canadiens, 24 different players. Only D'Agostini have a good career in NHL. Then my next graphic is review round number 7 by the Montreal Canadiens, 26 different players. And the best pick are Sergei Kostitsyn, selected by the Montreal Canadiens. And also, at this moment, Jake Evans have a good career in NHL. And remember, Primo and RHP right now in the roster for the Montreal Canadiens. Both of them are selected 7 overall pick by the Montreal a couple of years ago. But at round number 9, Montreal Canadiens did pretty good. They draft 6 fun players, and their best picks are Strait and Alak. Alak have a really good career overall after he left the Montreal Canadiens. My next graphic is a little bit the resume of the Montreal Canadiens, the draft. First of all, I consider the first round pick successful. Yes, they are not perfect, but if you look about what they accomplished from pick number 1st to 16th overall pick, they are 14th and 14th. And to do that, I look about at least the player play over 400 games in NHL. And from 17 to 24, I look at the player play at least 200 games, and there are 3 of the 6 selections for the Montreal Canadiens. And we don't know yet what is happening to Michael Edge. And then from the pick 25th to 32, Montreal Canadiens select 3 players at minimum of 200 games in NHL of the 5 pick they got. And we don't know yet what's happening with Philippe Mézard and Logan Mailloux with the Montreal Canadiens. Overall, you can see the first round pick is not bad at all. Let's move on for the next graphic. And I want to talk a little bit more about the selection between the second round to the 9th round. They select over 121 different players. 7 was a home run, and to be a home run, they have to play a minimum of 400 games in NHL. And you remember, some of them, Lehkonen, Gallagher, Alak, Plekanec, as a home run. My next graphic is about the first round pick players. Only Price played all his game over 700 with the Montreal Canadiens. The Montreal Canadiens trade McDonald, never played any game. The Montreal Canadiens for Scott Gomez. Montreal Canadiens trade Sergachev, play only 4 games with the Montreal Canadiens for Jonathan Drouin. Following by Ron Hainsey, played 32 games and 2 seasons with the Montreal Canadiens. Then he was waived and claimed by the Columbus Blue Jackets, and he played over 1,000 games in NHL. Kotkaniemi, draft 3rd overall pick, was last one the Canada Hurricane offer sheet for that players. And finally, Montreal Canadiens select 5th overall pick, Cal Chinook. It was straight to Max Domi. What this tell me is the Montreal Canadiens, they never focus a lot on the development until Ken Hughes become the general manager. And that's the reason Montreal Canadiens, their first round pick, the selection is great, but the development is not great when you compare what they did with the selection first round pick by trade. My next graphic is about the Montreal Canadiens draft, and they're missing the target. I'm focusing on the first round pick by the Montreal Canadiens. First of all, Kotkaniemi over Brady Tkachuk, following by Louis Leblanc over Chris Grader. Then we have Rand Pullen over Jake Oettinger, following by Nikita Cherbak over Adrian Kempe, and finally Michael McCarron over Shea Theodore. Sometimes it's not easy draft in NHL, and you miss a lot of time the best players on the board, and they don't have any formula, a great template to be successful year after year. Imagine if Montreal have Tkachuk, Grader, Oettinger, Kemp, and Theodore right now on this Montreal Canadiens roster. Definitely, they will never been on the rebuilding of the roster like they are at this moment with the general manager can use. My next graphic and my last graphic of this exercise, guys. Montreal Canadiens draft 30 players in the last 3 years under Ken Hughes and, of course, Paul Brave and Martin Lapointe. First round pick, they select Sakoski, Rebacker, Dimitrov, Edge, and Mazar. 5 of them in the last 3 years. Second round, they select Owen Beck, Hudson, 33 and 62 overall pick. At 69 overall pick, they select Fowler and Ekstrom at 92 on the third round pick. And then at the fourth round pick, they select Kanishkov and Jakai. And finally, the fifth round pick, the best player they have right now is Volonkin. Yes, there are other players in the pipeline I did not mention. We don't know what kind of player they're going to become when they're going to be developed by the Montreal Canadiens. We have to wait a couple of more years to see their development. That gives you a little bit of resume and overview overall of the Montreal Canadiens selection in the last 25 years from the NHL Draft 2000 to the NHL Draft 2024. You can consider this successful or not great or really bad. It's up to you. My opinion about this, I really like the selection overall. It's not easy to select player after the 20 overall pick. They was really great from 1 to 16, difficult from 18 with LeBlanc, example of Fisher at 20. Pick number 22nd with Pacioretty was pretty good. 21st with Michael Edge is not bad at all. But at 25th and 26th, they was not really good overall when you compare the career of Sherbak, Poland, or McCarron. Yes, they are journeyman players in NHL, but did not accomplish a lot overall. And finally, Montreal did not have any home run between section 25th, 26th. And remember, we don't know yet what it will happen to Logan Mailloux at 31st. It could be one of the home run of the late selection for the Montreal Canadiens. This was selected by Trevor Timmins and the general manager, Marc Bergevin. Here we go, guys. We got all the information you need to know about the NHL draft by the Montreal Canadiens in the last 25 years. Thanks again for watching another App Daily News. Don't forget, please, to click on the like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. What do you think about my exercise? And of course, you have greatness inside of you, and we wish you an amazing, great, blessed day, everybody.